Okay, hello. So I'm going to do another thing from the craft pack today. It's called a Thaumatrope, and it will end up looking a bit like this. A Thaumatrope is a Wunderspinner. It's another word for it. You can see it here. It's an optical illusion. So we've got a magpie in a bird cage on your sheet. There's also a little NHS and rainbow there. There's a big sheet that has two on, that's this one, and that will also go onto the beer mat that's in there. So you can cut that out, cut around the circle and stick it onto the beer mat, one on each side. Okay. But we're just going to do one of the smaller ones today, a little bit smaller, you can see that, just a bit smaller. We're just going to make that one up today because if you don't have a beer mat but you've got the card, because there's a few spares and there's also a blank sheet and you can make your own up. So we've got a bit of scrap card here from a parcel, just a little bit of card, but a cereal box will do as well. So we're going to use that. So to do that you'll need to cut out two of the pairs of the circles. So you'll need the bird in the cage, or the NHS and the NHS or the rainbow, or maybe you'll use the eye and the world. Okay, so you need to cut those two out. You'll need a little bit of string, you'll need a pencil, and you'll need some glue. Okay. Okay, sorry, my tripod's really wobbly on this table. So the first thing we're going to do is going to get our glue, or a Pritt stick, or whatever you have, and we're just going to stick the paper. I'm just going to do one to begin with, because and then I'm going to cut that out. And if you're using a bit tough card like I've got, that's quite thick, you could ask for some help with that, because it's quite tough. But if you use, if you're finding the thick card quite tough, maybe a cereal packet might be a bit easier. There, so I'm just using the paper as a template to cut out of. There we go. There, it's not very well stuck down. I'm going to put a bit more glue on there. There we go. So there we have our bird. Now what I want you to do is line up the bird with the cage. Can you see the dots there? And what I want you to do is to do it upside down. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll put my glue on that side, my card, like that, and stick it on. That means, do it that way. When you turn it, they'll always be the right way up, okay? There we go, just give it a good press. Now, the next thing you need, is your pencil, and you're just going to stab a hole all the way through your card there. There we go, can you see that? So you just stab in a little hole. You can do it on the other side too. You want to neaten the holes up. There we go, there's holes on both sides. And then I'm going to get a piece of string, okay? Use my scissors to cut that out, so I've just got a bit of string here. Doesn't need to be very long, maybe like 10-15 centimetres for each side. So I'm just going to use the same size again. Now there's string in the pack, but you could use, if you've got some leftover embroidery thread from the bracelets, you could use that. You could use a piece of wool. You could use an old shoelace if you could get it through the hole. There we go. And then we just tie. Now if you've done the bracelet, you'll know all about the knots. So you just need to tie a very basic knot here. Okay, It's just to stop it coming out. In fact, you could just, if you didn't want to, you could leave the knot, but it might mean you lose the string. So, next one. Get a better tripod for the next video, I promise. Here we go. Making a little knot there, there, and that's it. That's making your Thaumatrope or Wunderspinner, and that's how you get your magpie in a cage. There you go. Enjoy.